solace from the end of the video here. This week's video is me making the underskirt for my traditional Chinese outfit from the Han Dynasty. As you may have already noticed, and will continue to notice throughout this video, there are certain words I avoid saying, and I just wanted to give a brief explanation. Yes, I know many people pronounce things wrong and that it is an easy mistake, but I have some issues with my ears that make learning foreign words particularly difficult. I have a hard time understanding noise with a lot of feedback and especially with accents. So I opted to just sort of dance around saying those words. I don't know if that was the right choice, but it seemed like the right choice at the time. So without further ado, please enjoy this sew along with me. Bye-bye. The first thing I did was instantly regret wearing my jammies to film. After that, I then grabbed a piece of plain white fabric and used it to make the underskirt. Well, the underskirt of the underskirt, shall we say. First thing I did was fold it in half, like so, and pin down the side to stitch it into a plain tube of fabric. The next thing I did was hold it up and straighten it out with the back seam directly in the center so I could find the edges. To check where your back seam is in the center, just fold it like so and find your sides. You could also do this by measuring, but I was lazy. Once you've found them, mark them because these are where you're going to cut down to make the slits. Once again, another thing you should be measuring and not eyeballing it up like I did here. I later realized I cut them too short and had to deepen the slits. So please, please, please measure and think ahead, not like I did here. Once you've done that, it is time to make the waistband where your ties are going to attach. For my ties, I used some sewed together bias tape and some gross grain ribbon that was a little bit prettier, so I had a couple different color options. The nice thing about this underskirt slash now normal skirt in my closet is that it can tie with either side in front. First, I'm just going to pin the sides in so that they form nice edges, and then fold it in half to make a waistband. Once that's done, you're going to open up your waistband and slip your tie inside so that it can be sewn in place. Continue pinning to finish up your waistband and then stitch that down, either by hand, with a whip stitch, or through the machine. Personally, I am a huge fan of hand stitching because I can do it while sitting in bed watching TV, so I actually did hand stitch the waistband on this myself. Once you're done with all that, it's time to add your fun fashion fabric. I used a pink silk sari that I got offline. I'll link the shop in the description. I'm just going to take it and pin it first along the little V. Actually, first I'm going to move the camera apparently. I'm going to take it and I'm going to pin it right along the little V. Once you've got it down and the raw edges clearly tucked in on the end, it's time to start adding your pleats. I'm not super worried about making these perfectly even since number one, they're going to be covered, and number two, I personally like the way slightly uneven pleats look on real gauzy fabric like this for skirts. I think it gives it a really nice organic look. However, if you prefer yours to be even, do feel free to measure and make them exact. reverse the same process with what hopefully is a better camera angle. Please let me know if there's a particular angle in this video that works better than others. I was having a hard time figuring out exactly where the best place to put the camera was, and I think I did not succeed in some of these clips. But please let me know what you think in the comment section below. Once you're finally done pleating your fabric, you're either going to hand sew or machine sew that, and then pin right along the side to sew the panels of your skirt together. Personally, I hand sewed the entirety of the gauzy fabric on the overskirt, as I was a little bit worried about putting such a delicate fabric through my machine, and I felt much more comfortable just doing it by hand. And with that, here's the finished skirt. I'm a little bit out of focus here, but don't worry, you'll be able to see more of it clearly here in a second. Please forgive the little bit of a mess behind me. I did not think you could see some of that. I love this skirt, and you can bet it is just as much going to be a part of my everyday wardrobe as it is my costuming wardrobe. It adds a little bit of weight to the hips, but in my opinion, if you just untuck the shirt, that fixes a lot of that. To put it on, either 2 sets of ties, you're just going to tie one of the sets in front of your waist and the other set behind your waist. For the example shown here, I am tying the black set that goes behind me first into just a little bow like you would to tie your shoes. And then I'm just going to do the same thing with the pink tie in front. Alright, and that is going to be all for me this week. I hope everybody enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave me a thumbs up and let me know, and I hope to